And once again, welcome to everyone. And we are starting. Derse başlıyoruz. And one more final reminder. I actually should maybe check. Oops, not this. 9 people. We have 15. They can join later. 9 is enough, more than enough. Okay. So today we will talk about how to ask questions in Turkish. Let's go. So first, there are a few things I want to teach you as the vocabulary, like the necessary words you should know. So I will type them all one by one. Then I will also type their Turkish translations. I am talking about those what, how, who questions, So let's make a new text box here. And so the first question word actually, I think they are also called question pronouns. I'm not sure, but that's how it should be called in linguistics anyway. So we have who. Oops, let's change the fonts to Calibri. I always use that. So who. And as I type the questions on the screen, if you want to participate, I can wait a little so you can also type the translation. So what is who in Turkish? How do you say who? Yes. So in some countries that's a name. Like we also have a friend member on the server who is called Kim. So but I mean, I don't know if you have any name as Kim in your country, but in Turkish it's a who. When we say Kim, we are asking or saying Kim, like who. There's also that name, yes. So yeah, we have Kim, who. Okay. And we will continue to move on to other words, like what is what? Nice question. What is what? How do you say what in Turkish? And yes, I can also wait. We have an emoji for this. I just remembered. Where is it? Yes, that. Thank you. So ne, what? It's an internet meme. The reason why the a is in capitals is about the emphasize, like ne, what? So ne. And the next one is where. So where, the place. But I'm asking about the place. How would you ask about a place in Turkish? That's the thing, guys. All of you are saying nerede. Yes, that's correct. But that's the thing. I will explain the detail. I will go with the root as Cocoa Smackdown suggests. So the actual question is nere. But on the different cases, it changes to nereye, nereden, neresi, or yeah, like this, as Megan is typing right now. So let's stick with the default forms, the roots. Because if I say nereye, then maybe I should also say neye or kime, like the dative cases for all. But we will stick with the nominative cases, the default versions. Yes, nere. It's nere. Okay. And the next question, when. Now I'm asking about the time. When. Yes. Correct. Ne zaman. And if you want to remember this easily, maybe you can also remember it like this. What time? Like ne and zaman, because zaman means time. But it shouldn't confuse you. What time? Actually, yeah, it's the same question. Forget it. What time? Like, what time are we going? What time is the lesson? Ders ne zaman? When is the lesson? What time is the lesson? It's the same question. Yeah, what time is about a bit more about the time. Yes, like the hour, the clocks. I was thinking about that, but you can still use it for that. Okay, and the next question. And now we are asking about the reason. So why? Okay, now you know there are actually multiple correct answers. Yes, you typed all of them, not all of them, most of them. There's also one more question. Does anyone know which one that is? Like neden, niye? And there's also one more thing. Faith, of course, you can also ask a different question. What is the reason? But yes, I'm looking for niçin. So yes, niçin. So it is neden, niye, and niçin. And for the niçin, we have this combination. I think I can call it a combination. Ne için? What for? Exactly. What for? Okay. And what is our next question? It is which. So now there are multiple options. Oh, I can't type which. There are multiple options, and I'm asking which one, or which guy, which person. Okay, again, hangisi is the like suffixed version. Like, you know, hangi is the root, then you can make it about the possession, hangisi, like which of these. So I will stick with the root and hangi. Yeah, onlardan hangisi? Which of these? Which of those? Which of the cars? Arabalardan hangisi? The endings depend on your sentence. Okay, and now finally I'm asking about the way that something is performed or will happen. So how? Wow, you guys are so fast. Çok hızlısınız. And yes, we have nasıl. So how? Nasıl. Simple as that. And I also see a suggestion that was not in my list. So good job for reminding me. So whose? Like whose shoes are those? And yes, it is kimin. But the reason why I didn't include it into my list is because it is actually kim, but only putting the in ending possess, like the possess, like of who. Whose is like of who. Kimin. Welcome, Sami. We were waiting for you. Welcome, Andy. It has been a long time. Okay. So now that we have all of those questions, I mean, there are some other questions like how much, how often, or other things, but I will keep those for the practice part. And Vio, perfect, honey. I will include it into the lights of Turkish parts because it's tricky. So lights of Turkish. Honey is also a question. So yeah, there are more questions, but for now we will stick with the grammar. First, we will learn how to make sentences, and then we will see examples and I will answer all of your questions. I will tell you how to ask how often, how to use honey, how to say what about or about what, and all of the other things. So let's move to the construction. How to form a sentence. I'm sure most of you already know this, but there are beginner friends among us right now. So I'm mostly, especially, breaking down things for them. Okay, now let's talk about... sorry. I forgot the reminders. That moment when you put reminders, but you forget, you should remember. So, things to remember. There are a few things you need to remember about questions, about these words. So the first important rule, I see this mistake a lot of times. Do not use the question particle with these question words. Like, do not use them together. If you are saying any of these questions like kim, nere, ne, hangi, nasıl, the question particle will be explained later, but just don't use it. For those who know what it means or what it is, like don't say sentence like bunu kim yaptı mı? Okay? Question particle is the mı here, and kim and mı don't like each other. Don't use them together. So this is wrong. Or sen neredesin mi? So again, we have nere. This is enough. We already. So we don't need the question particle. And as Turkish likes exceptions or tricky things, there's a case where you can use this, and that case is when you quote the question. Like someone asks a question, and if you are repeating it to emphasize the question or to think about the question, then you can say it like this. Nereye gidelim? That's the question. Then you're repeating it in your head. Nereye gidelim, nereye gidelim. Then you use it in a quoting. You quote the question. So you say nereye gidelim mi? And then I don't know, düşüneyim, let me think. The only case where you can use me question particle with a question word or pronoun is when you use them in the same sentence as the quotation, when you repeat the actual question. Especially in speech, people will do that, so you should remember that, so it shouldn't confuse you. Okay, and there's one more reminder about these words, and that one is I already explained that a little bit, but you should use the noun case endings on these words. For example, if your sentence is a dative sentence, or if your verb is dative, if you need the to preposition, you should put it on the words. Like bunu kim and kime söyledin, and like who did you tell this? Like, I will translate it literally. That's better for me and maybe for you as well. You told this to who? You told this to who? Kime söyledin? Nereye? And now you can see the dative ending again. Nereye? To where? Gidelim. Again, we should go to where? I know these questions are not the best translations. I am doing that on purpose to show you how it's constructed in Turkish. And nerede çalışıyorsun? So you are working at or in where? Okay, all these case endings, nerede or nereye, they are all used on these question words, but not all of them. For example, you can put the dative on hangi or nasıl. You can put only these on other things where it can be used as a noun, and those are kim, ne, nere. The first three, they can be used as a noun, and you can put the noun case endings on them. And I am seeing a suggestion by Fates. This to you, yes. This to who you told. If you also change the order in or put the order in the Turkish order, this is how it goes. Yes. Okay, so now we will move to the construction and also quickly talk about how to form questions in Turkish. I will make this very simple, and I will give you tips. For that, I will need categories. So we will put the formation of the questions into two categories. The first one is yes and no questions. When you ask a question, the answer is simply yes or no. So the first category is yes, no questions. And the second category is other questions or regular questions. And each category, each parts have subcategories, like when the verb is to be verb, and when the verb is a normal verb, so normal verbs or other verbs, whatever you want to call them. And regular questions, the same subcategories again, when the verb is to be and when the verb is normal. And to give a quick idea about what to expect, like this is simply sen evde misin? Are you at home? Yes, I am at home. No, I'm not at home. And but the verb is to be. I am at home or I'm not at home. And I will need a normal verb which is gelmek. Sen geliyor musun? Let me translate them for you. For those who don't know, are you at home? I can type today. At home. And are you coming? So I have this normal verb coming, and I have this to be verb. You are. And let's do the same with regular questions. And the difference between yes and yes no and regular questions is, with the regular questions we will use the question words, but with the yes no we will use the question particles. So sen neredesin? Now I'm using nerede, and also sin for sen, personal ending. I will also explain that a bit more detailed. So where are you? And sen nereye geliyorsun? Like where are you coming? Like you are coming, but where are you coming? You are not supposed to be coming. Okay. Coca Smackdown. If you say nereden, that changes the sentence. There are two different questions. Nereye geliyorsun? Where are you coming? It's like you shouldn't come. So why? Where are you coming? But if you say from where are you coming? Nereden geliyorsun? Also, bunu kime yaptırdın? Yes. Who did you make? Who did you make do this? Yes, that's okay. That's correct. That's a good example, Megan. I will include it into yes and no into C. No, Sami, I am giving examples. I will explain the categories. I'm only giving examples about the categories, like what they mean or what I mean by them. So, and also var yok, like evde ekmek var mı? Or senin, I don't know, araban var mı? They are not the same. Maybe this can confuse you. They are two different questions. Evde ekmek var mı is like, is there bread at home? And senin araban var mı? Do you have a car? Okay, so now that we have the categories, the categorization is over. We know what to expect. We know what we are going to talk about. So let's dive into it. I will duplicate this, and first we will talk about this. I can also delete this. So, basic tips on forming questions. But I didn't like deleting this. You are probably going to forget. So I will put it here and put this onto a separate line. Yes. If you still want to read and repeat the categories, they are here. But on the left, I will be giving some tips. Okay, so I have, like, again 2 points. The first one is about yes and no questions. And the tip, by the tip I mean the summary of what to do, like steps. So you can simply put a m question particle on the sentence, and that's it. But how are you going to do that? How are you going to put it? When you put it, there's also one more step. I will make it like this. Step 1, step 1, and step 2. Move the personal endings onto the question particle. So these are the steps for yes and no questions. So let's use a basic sentence. Sen evdesin. You are at home. Sen, you. Ev, home or house. De, at, for the location. Sin is for the personal ending. Sen, sin. Sen evdesin. So let's color this because we are going to need that for the question. Now, sen evde sin. Okay, I'm not complete, by the way. Don't get confused or start complaining. I know this is not correct way. So what we need is moving this sin ending onto the question particle. That's what I typed it like this. I know some people would complain that is incorrect. So sen evde misin? Okay, I will do the same steps, the same examples one more time with something else. This time I will use different pronouns, a different pronoun, a different person. So biz, biz okuldayız. We are at the school. Biz, we, okul, school, da again, but with da this time because we have u. We have a buffer, a and cannot come together, and we have this is ending for biz. I'm going to need that, so I will color that. And biz okuldayız. I'm typing the sentence again. I am putting the question particle, but this time, as you also know or notice, it's a m. It's all about vowel harmony. After here, I have a m. After a here, I have a me. You can take a look at the vowel harmony tables. So okuldayız. So I need to move this yız ending onto the question particle. Okulda mıyız? So are we at school? Okay, this is all about this, moving the endings to the question particle, and that's it. And now, reklamlar. We have this Patreon page where we also offer lessons like this and content. If you want to take lessons, feel free to check our Patreon page at this handle. And I will guide you with details. Thank you everyone. Herkese teşekkür ederim. We will do a lesson, practice lesson on Monday at the same time. So see you in 2 days. 2 gün sonra görüşürüz. And herkese iyi akşamlar.